With just a few more weeks before we enter LAN season, Splatoon 3 is as strong as it's ever been. From surprise top-level events to strange LANs and everything in between, there has never been a better time to be a competitive Splatoon player. Howdy, I'm Scap. Let's break it down in the Weekly 8. As always, starting with our weeklies, Pathing Pool 303 saw a clean 25-team turnout. Lots of established teams like Myopsidus, Distinct, Cherry Wave, and more tried to take it all, but in the end got swept by Ode to Viceroy, a pickup of Mox, Devon, Goji, Ori, and Fishy. The team had a clean sweep through the winner's side, taking sets of Astaire, Harakiri, Black Mafia, and Jerry Matador to get their badge for the EU Weekly. Moving from EU to NA, swimmer Sync 176 had a very fun bracket. Last week's second place team, Babby Goling, bowed out at 5th, leaving the bracket open for other strong teams to push for the win. While teams like Pollo and Hanke tried, in the end, grands fell between Tobiana Grande and Deltarune Reference gone wrong, with Deltarune Reference dominantly securing their win 3-0. Now for Under Pressure's turn. Prism Break 22 was a little bit more of a lax event. The win went to We're Going to Denny's after this, a pickup of Teeny, Tickle, Zeal, and Bazin, who won dominantly through the winner's side after taking sets on Mammoth Cave National Park and the 12 Arcana. Keeping up with Under Pressure, the org actually ran 2 more events this week, from the Ink Up 70 and Setting Sail number 2. Starting with Setting Sail, the event is a semi-draft tournament where new players can register alone or with a partial team to get a foot in the door for competitive Splatoon 3. The edition ended up with 22 teams and was dominated by Octaves, made up of Rose, Sneaker, Mr. Pig, and Lightboy. The team only dropped 1 game for the entire event, with a perfect run through the gold bracket to secure their dominant win. As for From the Ink Up, the low-level event brought in 38 teams for its 70th edition. Australia ended up taking the dub with Kawa is Mid, LOL, a team of Break, Lil V, Nick J. Mo, and of course Kawa. The team swept through the gold bracket after some close 2-1 sets in pools, beating Aurora and Epsilon Dragons for the win. Moving on up, from Under Pressure, Dapple's weekend event was Triton Cup 95. The Zone's only bi-weekly tournament brought in a solid 27 teams this round, with top EU talent like Camden, ASC Tenchi, and Harakari making solid runs for the top. Grands came between Swede 1 Camden and Seed 2 Vacation, a pickup of Silver, Devon, Seb, Tiffany, and Argo, while Camden put up a good fight after getting upset by ASC Tenchi in winner semis and fighting through losers to make it to Grands. They just didn't have the steam to finish off Vacation. Well played to all teams, and shoutouts to Dapple Productions for another great event. While CCA League Season 6 is just over the horizon, the team didn't leave Collegiate Splatoon out to dry. This weekend, they ran Entrance Exam 5, a unique ladder tournament. If you don't know, ladders are tournaments where rather than playing in a standard bracket, teams are matched against each other to play a set, then move right on to the next team. Rather than winning by eliminating everyone else, you win by taking the most sets in the allotted time or set count, making it a fast-paced rush to get wins rather than a slow, methodical one. Tons of regular CCA top talent such as VCU's Big Fat Sea Cows, USF Gold, and UCSD Esports Gold took part, but all fell to death roll. And when you see the lineup of players, it's pretty easy to see why. The team went 11-0, being one of the few teams to play 11 sets and the only team to win all 11. Congrats to them, and if you're in college and are interested in competitive Splatoon, consider signing up for CCA Season 6. It's going to be the best one yet. For our final online event of the week, we have a new event to our show, Barnacle Bash 3. This event was unreasonably stacked, with over half of the teams who pulled up being top-level talent. While lots of teams and pickups such as Facade, Henlu, Summit, Can't Rush Greatness, Paralia, and more through hands, the event fell between 2 top-level pickups. Uber, made of Gray, Bran, Yu, Zeras, and Kara, and Camp, made of Sam, Kyo, Chara, and Bab. In the winners finals, Camp beat Uber 3-1, promptly sending them down to losers. There, they comfortably beat Henlus before carrying that momentum into the Grand Finals rematch, bodying Camp 3-0 and taking it to a bracket reset. But when all was said and done, Camp locked in and stopped the sweep with a 3-1 in the bracket reset. Well played to all of the teams who participated, and I can't wait to see what's next for this event now that it's got lots of eyes on it. Before our final event of the video, we'd like to quickly take a minute and talk about some LANs coming up soon. Gator LAN in Gainesville, Florida, and Chi-Shoals in Chicago, Illinois. Both of these events are qualifiers for the upcoming Splatoon 3 LAN Championship Showdown, a massive event in which the winners of 8 LANs across the country get to compete to see who is really the best to ever do it. Gator LAN is the first of these events and will be hosted on February 15th, 2025, with the stream on Splatoon Tourney. With Chi-Shoals number 32, it'll be hosted the weekend after on February 22nd with the stream on Squid West. You don't want to miss either of these events, and if you can, be sure to try and attend. They'll be some of the best of the year, and there really is nothing quite like going to a LAN. Links are down in the description for both streams and where to find more information. Finally, for our week, we had one of the most bizarre Splatoon events to date, Magfest 2025. This event was run at request of the convention and capped out attendees. The main TO of the event, Rose, got to sit down with the convention and tell them exactly what was needed for the event. Then, day of the tournament, there was a terrible realization that they hadn't supplied anything that they said they would. No docks or monitors, not even the chairs or tables for people to set up their switches on. The event had completely stuffed them, and there was nothing that could be done about it. But not to be scared away, the Splatoon community powered through, crowded on the floor close enough for the switch's LAN signal to connect to one another. The people played all the same. We're too stubborn to quit just because we don't have things like tables or chairs, and so the event went on. Massive shoutouts to Rose for running the event despite it all, and shoutouts to everyone who played through the circumstances. It just goes to show how much we're willing to do to play the game we love. And on that note, that'll be it for this episode of The Weekly Ink. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Same place next week. Stay fresh!